Slanjava, welcome to Whiskey and Synths. This is the #1 channel that blends whiskey drinking and music making. You have just found your whiskey-fueled music production life coach. So thanks for joining the channel today. All right, and in this episode, we're going to find out why does life experience cure writer's block. It's one of the main cures that I want to tell you all about today. Now, in the past, I've been one side of the coin where I'm like so busy and I feel guilty that I'm not producing enough music. But the truth is that life experience filtered into my music production when I got round to it. I've also been guilty of the opposite, where I've been getting no life experiences really, and I've just been lazy and just like on TV and games and like Netflix and YouTube and on my phone, and I'm just like, just not doing much at all, and it makes me feel lethargic, so I never want to open Ableton or play a synth or anything like that. So today's video, I'm going to cover the 3 main reasons why I think that life experience is an awesome way to cure your music production writer's block or any kind of writer's block. Let's run the credits and get into it. So, #1 reason why life experience is a great cure for writer's block, and it's because your life experience is your music production. You know, you might not agree with me, but it's true. Your life is your art. Everything you do filters through your brain, absorbs it, and your subconscious processes it, and it comes back out. So that cool little riff you made when you were just messing around on a synth, that came from somewhere within you, and you are built up of so much of your experiences that it informs your work. So if you're not creating your own music, you're creating someone else's, and that's not a good thing. So you've got to draw upon these experiences, whether it's just by kind of doing it in a sort of flow state way where you just let things come out of you, or whether you just actually deliberately try and draw on certain experiences you've had. And by life experiences, I kind of mean whatever that means to you. So, you know, you could be a parent and you're out with your youngers having a great time, or, you know, things like that, or the responsibility of it, all these dimensions to it. Or you could be like much older, a grandparent, and you're kind of taking life more chill now. Or you could be that crazy little like young 21-year-old just out trashing the place, going mad, having mad adventures. So when I mean life experience, it doesn't have to be like setting fire to the tire factory when you're drunk on cheap whiskey or something like that. Not that I've ever done that. But, you know, see, it can be your own life experience or your day-to-day life. Even if you don't think it's that exciting, you're a unique individual and you process things a certain way. Your perspective's important, your viewpoint's important, and that will filter into your music production. The important thing is to be present, curious, and kind of grateful for whatever experiences you do have, and notice the small details and kind of be in the moment and kind of accepting of stuff going on around you, and then that makes it even easier for that to then come out in your music at a later date. A great example of this is Pablo Picasso, famous painter. He actually said, there's a quote where he said, a painter should paint his or her experiences. But the thing is, if you've seen his paintings, have a look at some of them here. they're well abstract, you know, they're like spiky and different perspectives all at once. So he didn't mean literally just paint what you see. He doesn't mean literally make music that literally represents your life. But take your emotions and emotional responses to things, take your opinions, what you've got to say about things, and put it in your music. Or he was talking about painting, but so you can still use whatever technique or genre you want, as long as it's coming from within you, if that makes sense. But Picasso also painted from world events he experienced using his opinion rather than his own lived experience. During the Spanish Civil War, there was a town that got bombed terribly, and he really took that story and kind of made one of his most famous paintings about it, and he said it was his emotional response to it. So let, you know, world news or like history or art or things like that inform your work as well as a music producer, but sometimes that means actually getting out to galleries, getting out to, museums, getting out to events that are on and doing things where you actually experience it more rather than just watching it on TV or reading about it. When you actually experience it, you actually have more of an emotional reaction to things in real life because it's right there, it's so vivid. So get to galleries. And a good example of that is Martin Scorsese, the famous movie director, said he loved these like Caravaggio paintings. And at the time they were very realistic and dark and gritty and of like the peasants and the rural people. And at that time in art history, most paintings were of gods and goddesses and totally beautiful and that. And he said, looking at these dark, gritty paintings in these museums, they're from the 1500s originally, but he said that inspiration, seeing it in person, made him come up with that style that he dominated the 1970s with that kind of gritty underground New York, gangsters, hustlers, hookers, weird cinemas, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, get out there, live your life experience the best you can, and your life, should filter into your music production and cure your writer's block. So reason 2, and another factor in life experiencing being a cure for writer's block, is I think it's to do with meeting people when you're out there as well, not just experiencing events and emotions, but people you meet. And Schubert, famous composer, had a great quote on this. He was like, some people walk into your life and leave footprints on your heart, and you never know when that's going to happen, and it can be a bit scary for when that can happen, but it's so worth it. Like, for example, I'm actually kind of shitting myself because I'm going to a songwriter salon the next few nights from here when I film this video. I don't know anyone at it. I'm going alone. I'm going to perform a song at it and hopefully meet some bandmates. And I'm nervous about it, and it's okay to be nervous and shy in social situations, but that is a boundary that can be leaped. This is a fear you should confront head on, because with social interactions, it's normal to feel nervous and shy, but if you practice meeting people more, do it more, and push yourself, man, the rewards are like so great. You'll have collaborators, you'll have people helping you out, you'll help them out, and they'll really leave a total impact on you, which can really influence your work and inspire your work, and therefore smash the problem of writer's block. So a really cool example of that, and quite an extreme real life example of that, is there's this writer called Eric Blair. Now, Eric grew up in a very privileged position, very wealthy family, educated at Eton. I can't even say it right. Eton, which is one of the most famous private schools in the UK. It's where prime ministers to be get educated and stuff. And this person here, this writer, was wanted to experience the other side of the coin and actually forge friendships with other people and meet other people to write about. And so Eric actually went to Paris and London, but started suddenly dressing in really rough clothes, didn't have emergency money, went away, and all along maybe did have a safety net for 2 or 3 years they could go back to, but actually didn't use that and really integrated with people who were down on their luck, and seen how resourceful they were, so full of the human spirit, and challenged his preconceptions about these people, and ended up writing this famous book called Down and Out in Paris and London. Changed his name as a writer to George Orwell, so it didn't embarrass his family. And I'm sure a lot of us have heard of George Orwell. He wrote 1984, Animal Farm. And if he didn't try and get these experiences with people and break through his shyness and fear, would those amazing works of art, these books, ever been created? So I think that's a good example of why people are important, and why to try and push yourself when it comes to fear of social situations or anything like that. Try to get over your fear, your shyness, your nervousness, and go for it, because it's a great cure to writer's block. So my third and final reason why I think that a life experience cures writer's block as a music producer is, your unique experience can lead to innovation. Because you are unique, you're special, and even if you live a very similar life to even someone you live with, your perspective of it can be so different to the other person's. Even if you think you live a boring life, maybe you're out somewhere quiet, or maybe you're in the suburbs, or maybe you're in this neighborhood in downtown and nothing ever happens. Maybe if you feel like you live a boring life, the thing is you've still got your opinions, you've still got things happening to you that are worth sharing, your own authentic story, and your unique perspective can lead to innovations in your music production that no one else is doing, to emotions and messages coming through in it that no one else is doing. And if your unique ideas come out sound a bit weird and unconventional, don't be worried. John Cage, a famous songwriter and musician, said, "I don't know why people are afraid of new ideas. I'm afraid of the old ones." Which I quite like. If you're into politics and history, you'll get what he's saying, I'm guessing. And also, there's another great quote about Frank Zappa said, "Without deviation from the norm, progress is impossible." So if your ideas do come across a bit unique and weird, the truth is that's innovation, and you should totally explore that path, It's well worth it, and it could lead to some amazing breakthroughs in music and will definitely make your art, your music, stand out. So hopefully in this video today I've covered the 3 main reasons why I think life experience is a great cure to writer's block for music producers, and if you're doing any sort of creative thing and you feel blocked up, going out and living your life, meeting people as well, and then that through your lens of your own personality can really lead to innovation. And also I've got another video on the 4 seasons I think a music producer can go through as well. So even if you are at a stage where you're more living your life and not doing as much music, or you're doing loads of music but you feel like, I need to get out there and live my life, sometimes you go through a cycle where you have extended periods in one or another. So check that out, you might like that as well. Just a little reminder, you can still sign up for my free gift, the 10-step 10-day guide to finishing your tracks. If you've got a loop that's unfinished and you've struggled to finish it, well, if you follow these 10 steps, 20 minutes a day over 10 days, this is a guide that's going to help you out. I want to help you finish more tracks. I want to help you feel more comfortable and accomplished as a music producer and achieve what you want to do. And finishing off tracks is a skill you'll need, and hopefully this guide will be a help to you. So click below and I'll send you that out for free as my free gift. And also leave a comment about how you get over writer's block. Is that a problem for you? What do you do? How do you get over writer's block? Any comments below are going to help me out, going to help everyone else in the clan out, the community out. Share your story, and that'll help other people out as well. Thanks for tuning in. If you've been here to the end, I really appreciate it. Enjoy the next video as well, and I'll catch you later. Whiskey.